what's up? It's Paige. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to do this pick a card for you guys because it will be about what change is coming into your life. I know right now as I'm filming this, it is Scorpio season. This reading is timeless, but in the heat of Scorpio season, this is extremely fitting because Scorpio season is all about transforming. So I'm just really feeling this energy right now, and I figured, maybe somebody else could benefit from this reading. So without further ado, we can get into this, but as always, make sure you're turning inward to get yourself into a receiving mode so you're picking the correct card for you. But thank you to all my new subscribers and any newbies that are stumbling upon this video today. If you like it and it resonates for you, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below to let me know. And of course, subscribe so I can continue to give you intuitively channeled messages. But we can get into this. So we have our group 1, group 2, and group 3. Your timestamps are provided below. Hey group 1, I'm so excited to do this reading, so let me lay your cards and we will get started. As always, we have an oracle card to stand for your overall energy. So you have Sacred Space, and it says, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So for changes right now, I'm definitely seeing you lighting up to a new way of living, a new, more satisfying way of living. Now that's pretty vague, so we'll get into it with these cards that we have. And moving on from that, right away we have the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords really speaks to me about having a victim mentality. Now this can be something that you don't even realize that you do, or realize that you did, I should say, because like I said, this is a change coming into your life. So if this is the energy that you're starting to realize, how you've almost made these walls around you by having your limiting beliefs, allowing other people to take your power away from you. This is the energy of getting away from that and finding harmony and balance within your relationships and within yourself ultimately too. Because we do have the 2 of Cups right here. 2 of Cups talks a lot about harmony. It talks about using your feelings in romantic relationships and creative relationships, or just any kind of relationship in general, but ultimately you are using it to balance the scale in a way. So with having this victim mentality and then this card right below it, I do see that this is going to be a time where you're going to change your mind about how you're treating people, how other people treat you. I think just about your relationships between the world around you and yourself, because all of it is intertwined, as above so below, and this is no different. So for you guys, you're definitely going to be seeing a lot more beautiful things, I think, that are really going to suit your needs the best. You guys, I do really see that there is a lot of new experiences that are going to happen once you start to make this mental change, which it's already happening for you guys. You're already going and being guided through this change, and I'm seeing that with this 5 of Pentacles right now. So you could be battling with anxiety, depression, or just life changes that you weren't expecting. You weren't expecting to be left out in the cold is what I'm feeling for some of you guys. But I see that as long as you're handling it appropriately, you're handling your thoughts, your feelings, like I said, you're embracing that, not everything works out all the time, but that doesn't mean it doesn't deserve balance and harmony and just this positive aspect to it, like everything does, to keep it in balance. You're starting to, instead of match the energy, you're starting to just work on your own and realize that, maybe you got yourself into these positions in the past, but you don't want to do that anymore because, like I said, that victim mentality, it's there, it's prominent, but you're moving on from it because this is all about change. So amazing. So we have the 4 of Cups. So like I said, with you working on your relationships with yourself, with the world around you, I feel like you're going to have some really fulfilling situations present themselves to you. Because if you see right here in the imagery of this card, he already has 3 cups, yet he's being handed another one. Still considering it though, because he already had the 3, it wasn't what he wanted, and now there's another one just magically appearing. It'll leave you to question whether or not it really will satisfy you, because you've had other experiences, other emotions, other emotional attachments to people or things that didn't work out. So your fear that you have internalized, I guess, in a way, from all of these relationships that didn't go your way, didn't work out how you'd like them to. I'm seeing you really working your way out of that, really working to see the bright side of these darker situations. On top of that, we do have the Death card in reverse. So the Death card in itself is all about change. This is a humongous change card. So having the Death be in reverse, I do just see that, this is going to be a longer process. This isn't going to be something that you're currently just finished with right away. And I also see that with the Wheel of Fortune being upright as well next to this. This is going to be a prolonged process. This might take quite a bit of time, but nevertheless, I mean, it's worth it. That's where you're building a foundation. Even if it feels like you aren't learning anything and you're just going through it, like, you will come out on the other side knowing a lot more about the situation and yourself and how to handle people. So this card is all about coming out of a battle, as you see here, but seeing the new dawn, seeing the other side of things. So like I said, with that in reverse and also the Five of Pentacles, you're getting out of this angsty, worrisome attitude that has been internalized, like I said, by you from previous events that you've had in your life. But it's time for that to be completed. It's time for you to reach a turning point in your life where you see that you may be attracting these situations because you haven't really found that sacred place within you that can kind of make all of the problems go away, because you're turning inward to find that peace, if that makes sense. So, but that's what this whole reading is about, especially with sacred space. Your sacred space could be a physical place, a physical altar like this, or it could be a place within you that you turn to, like I said, to find that inner peace, so you don't react, you don't limit yourself by any means. This is where you'll be able to fully embody this new beginning that you're looking for, because, you know, you're already there. You're already in this like phase of a beginning, but still in transition. And I'm seeing that with the Wheel of Fortune, because this is a turning point for the major arcanas, but this is also in the middle of all of the change. So like I said, don't expect this to be something that happens super quick. Just enjoy the ride and learn how to enjoy the ride, because, you know, that's where you're going to find that harmony, your peace, your inner peace, all of that kind of stuff. It's throughout the process, it's throughout building your foundation that you can start to create a stable foundation within. To finish up, we have these cards, which I pulled with the intention to explain kind of the emotions that will come with this for you, so you can be on a lookout for it. So nice. Okay, so we have the Father of Pentacles. So you will definitely be feeling more secure in this time. You will be coming into a lot more security with this change, because, you know, the Father of Pentacles is in his power. He's ready to share, he's ready to give, and he's ready to communicate his needs with other people and allow them to communicate their needs as well. Overall, this card really does speak of alignment and just being on your truest path and being rewarded for that. So don't worry about how anything may feel in the moment, because overall you will reap rewards for what you do. So don't worry about it. But we do also have the Mother of Cups. So this is going to be an intuitive based time for you. You feel doubtful of your intuition. You may not want to follow it. It may seem like it's leading you down the wrong path. But I'm seeing with this Mother of Cups is that, you know, there's a time to follow your gut and follow your impulse and follow your intuition. And this is that time. This is the time where you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your own worth and value your own emotions too. So this is just a reminder that this is what you're focusing on. It's not about the external. It's not about other people. This is about you and how you feel, okay? But we also have the Hierophant in reverse, so you guys are going through a major change. This is paired with Death in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune, so you are really going to make a shocking change in your life. I mean shocking. People are going to definitely notice about you and definitely want to be around you more, I'm seeing too, because you're going to start to have the answers to your problems, and then other people are going to start realizing like, oh, if they can solve their problems, maybe I can solve my own. And it's just kind of going to make your world completely different because you're attracting different energies around you. So guys, this is a great reading. The change that you're going through right now, it's only going to bring you to a place of way more security and emotional fulfillment. So trust your gut, trust your intuition, and pay attention to how you feel, because that's where you can share. That's where you can blend with other people so seamlessly, is when you feel full already. It doesn't have to take any from your cup that doesn't have any in it, as long as you're filling your cup, you know? So I hope this message resonated for you guys. If it did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below to let me know. And of course, subscribe so I can continue to give you intuitively channeled messages. But if you want to go in deep a little bit more with this, I do offer private readings linked down below, so check those out. Otherwise, I will see you guys in later videos. Bye for now. Hey group 2, we will get started with your reading, so let me lay your cards and I will get to it. Alright, so to get started, we have your Oracle card as always for your overall energy of this reading. So you have Don't Back Down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Okay, perfect. So I was definitely feeling this energy right away from this oracle card, but looking at these other cards, I'm seeing that your change is really going to allow you to open up and be your most authentic self. However that resonates to you, if there's any area that you feel like you aren't showing up as you and like you're almost like wearing a mask in a way to kind of tame your own fire, not anymore, honey. You're gonna move right fast into where you need to be and where you want to be too. So this is awesome. But like I said, as you see in this card, she's taming a fire within her hands. But there's a part of you that you're being guided to not allow yourself to be so tame. Allow yourself to show up as the roaring fireball if you need to, if you feel like it, because you're guided with your feelings. You're guided intuitively with your feelings, especially with this Queen of Cups here, guys. Queen of Cups is so in tune with her feelings. She's so ready to make changes and have profound different things come into her life because she goes with the flow. She's not worried about what if or how come. She has a little bit of a protective side to her, but she still holds strong in her emotions. She still trusts herself too. That's the main thing here. She's extremely keen and follows that sense of keen awareness to get to the next place she needs to be. So I'm seeing that with you guys too. That's how you're going to find your next step, your next place of where you can be the most authentic version of yourself. So next we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, and this is all about opportunities. So with this being in reverse, I see that you may not have done the work yet, or you may not see the opportunities yet from your work, and that's completely okay, but it's coming. You just have to allow yourself to be guided to it. And that's where paying attention to your emotions, allowing yourself to just be the most authentic version of yourself, that's where this can turn around. You can use these ideas, these new potential things that just flow to you because you're being intuitive, you're being mindful of your emotions, you're being very trusting in your emotions as well. You're going to be able to trust the next step. You're not going to doubt it, because your ego mind can get a little riled up sometimes. It can be too harsh of a critic, making you not want to go about your journey in the way that you should. But I just want to let you know you need to do it your way. That's the message I'm definitely getting for somebody. Off of that, we have the Hierophant in reverse, and this card really lets me know that you have to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up for what you believe is right to be the change you want to see. Because, you know, the Hierophant upright really stands for change. It stands for spiritual growth. It stands for wisdom. And as you see on the card, this Hierophant is guiding these two men. So that's the energy that you want to embody. However, with it being in reverse, you have to do it internal. You have to start with yourself, because you can't change the world if you're not willing to change. So that's going to come up for you. Any area that you're not willing to change, any area that you're like, I guess, not trusting yourself, it's going to come up, because the moon is the dark side. It is your intuitive side, but it's also the side of you that's hidden and tucked away and not really readily exposed to the world. But like I said, this is your authentic side. This is the side of you that you should allow to shine, because it knows where to go. This correlates extremely well with the Queen of Cups, because these are both asking you to trust your intuition, trust your feelings, trust yourself ultimately, because you know what's best. You really, really know what's best. But we do have the Page of Cups in reverse, so don't be concerned about what is coming up, and don't take it too personally. That's something I'm definitely getting. As these circumstances are appearing to you, like I was saying with the Hierophant and the moon, anywhere that you are limiting yourself, anywhere that you are not trusting yourself, it's going to show up. And you shouldn't take that as a bad thing. I don't want you to take that as a bad thing at all, because we all have limiting beliefs that we just kind of walked into, not really recognizing that we were taking them on. So the Page of Cups does encourage you to have an open mind. It does encourage you to remain open to new opportunities that come to you, even if they don't seem like something that is very beneficial in like this world, in this external world. Look inward. Look what it makes you feel. Don't look so much about how it works logistically, if you know what I'm saying. You really want to stay on track with your emotions in this time, because that's how you're changing your life. That's how you're going to be able to walk in and embody this higher version of yourself. But it will take hard work, and with these Eight of Pentacles, it will not go unrewarded. You will reap what you sow. You will reap every cent times 30 of what you sow. You are going to do so much work that is really going to pay off. Like, don't worry about how it looks. Don't worry about the external worries that you may have. Focus on your emotions, focus on trusting yourself, and just keep your head down and do that work. Do the inner work, because you are going to see so much change in your life that you're going to be like, okay, that was worth it. I was uncertain the entire time, but I trusted my emotions, and now I see why. Now I understand why. So I have these cards over here that I pulled with the intention to show kind of the emotions behind these manifestations, these changes. So let's see what we got. Ooh, you guys are on fire, literally. So we have 3 major arcana cards here. So like I said, this is a humongous, humongous change for you in how you live, in every aspect of how you are alive. Basically everything is going to change for you. You have the High Priestess, you have the Hanged Man, and the Tower. First, the High Priestess is an intuitively guided person, that trusts themselves. They go forth knowing that they know what they need to know, and trust that everything will come together and will fall into alignment as needed. This is the energy you will embody, and that you should work on embodying currently, because you attract what you are. If not acting in a way that shows that you're trusting your intuition, in a way that shows that you're open to new opportunities, those will not come to you. But the High Priestess knows better, knows that in order to make things flow, you got to get in the flow. So this is what you're going to need to embody, but I feel like you're going to feel very powerful once you do it. It's not going to be something you feel like bad about doing. Like, you're really going to like this. So, and I do see that too with the Hanged Man, is like, this is a time where when things pop up, when things start to show themselves as being maybe a limiting belief, just a roadblock in any kind of form, stay still, look inward, tune inward, and trust yourself. Trust whatever guidance you get. If you're being told to chill out for a second, you got some bumps in the roads that are making it so you have to calm down, take it as a sign. Take it as a blessing too, because anything that is happening in your life right now, it can go either way. It just depends on how you react to it and how you respond to it. So if you are taking the time to step back and be like, okay, no need to get attached, no need to get hyper focused on this particular outcome or this particular external thing, when I can just look inward and I can change myself. And that's what the Hangman is trying to tell you guys here. But last but not least, this turned into a little mess down here, geez. Last but not least, we have the Tower. So like I said, this is life-changing. This is a spiritual awakening if I've ever seen one. You guys are going to have a different level of consciousness by the end of this cycle. And I'm very excited for you, because this is going to bring you your most authentic version of yourself. It's going to bring you this idea that you can do anything. You are unstoppable. So embody it as it comes to you. Don't shy away from these challenges as they come. You can take it on. You are going to feel empowered when you take them on. So allow yourself to vibe with it. Allow yourself to go with the flow. Focus on that feeling good, feeling strong, powerful in flow, and you will attract that to you. And guys, you have so much good coming to you. I can't even explain it. Like, there's just so much high vibe right now. I gotta let you know that. But hope this reading resonated for you guys. If it did, make sure you like and comment to let me know. And of course, subscribe so I can continue to give you intuitively channeled messages. But as always, if you want to go a little bit deeper, I do offer private readings to get, more personal to you. So links for that are down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in later videos. Bye for now. Last but not least, we have our group 3. So let me lay your cards and we will get started. So to get started, we have compassion for your overall energy for this reading. So, release judgments about yourself, others, and focus on love and light that is within everyone. So, right off the bat, I do have a feeling that you may be in a harsh energy. You may feel unsupported. You may feel like people are against you in some way, but I see you coming into this energy where you don't care. You stand your ground. You understand that love is abundant and that it doesn't need to be, hidden away from certain people that don't deserve it. I feel like you're going to come into this energy of like abundance, a lot of abundance. And that can mean spiritually, that can mean emotionally, that can mean physically, like tangibly. You have a lot of things, you have a lot of money. whatever it is, you practicing this compassion, like the overall energy of this reading, that's catapulting you into abundance. Let's get into it. So we have these 7 of Wands. So like I said, I feel like people may be starting to poke and pry at you, probably judge you a little bit, and it's unsolicited. You weren't looking for advice. You probably weren't looking for people to roast you, and that's just not the best feeling ever. But that's where, like I said, you're being guided to be compassionate, show the love and light that you have within you, because all of these other people clearly haven't been around enough people that have that aspect to them. So don't worry about it. Allow yourself to fight through it with your heart. Don't use your head. Don't try to logically rationalize how these people could be so horrible to you. Don't take it personal. Fight for your peace. Fight to maintain it as well. But, like I said, this is coming out of the blue. This isn't anything personal. This, if anything, is kind of like your last stop before you get your abundance. It's kind of like a final hoorah. Like, you did it. You chose to take the high road. So I'm also seeing that with the Empress in reverse. This is just letting me know that maybe at one point you weren't the most nurturing person. Maybe at one point you weren't the most caring. You were probably kind of cold and didn't have that creative spark to allow yourself to have that like warm, fuzzy feeling that you want. But, that's how you embody that energy of the Empress, which is all of those things and more. She's very kind. She's very willing to give. But with this being reversed, this is just a reminder that the energy of the past is not what the energy of the future needs to be. So if you have ever experienced this, or if you're experiencing people that are like this, just know that like you can choose to see light. And if these people don't want to cooperate with you, you can choose to walk away. So there's always an option though, but just trust that you know what is the best option for you. Feel it out. Don't get too personally attached to it. Because like I said, you want to focus on that good feeling, because people could use it and your life could use it. And that's ultimately, like I said, what's going to bring you the good stuff that you want. And we have the 10 of Pentacles, so that is for sure the case, guys. You are going to embody this state of just being okay with other people, being okay with sharing your love, sharing your abundance with other people. You're not going to feel like you're gypped. You're not going to feel like you're being judged. You're not going to feel like you're being lied to either by people, because we also have the 7 of Swords in reverse. This is a pretty sneaky card. So with it being right next to that 10 of Pentacles energy, I just see that like that's not the energy you're looking for anymore. And you're making it really clear that like you're not shady. You're not doing anything other than with the intent to spread love and light and abundance and happiness. You're finally going on this journey of just self-development, self-growth, and self-love too. You're just embodying it and allowing it to spread. And that is honestly all you can ask for. And, like I said, I see you really wanting to do that, really wanting to just help other people. And 6 of Pentacles speaks of that as well. This is the energy of sharing, of receiving, of helpfulness too. So if you're not doing this already in your day-to-day life, make sure you're doing it. Make sure you're sharing your gifts, whatever those are to you. It doesn't have to be something tangible. It could be just sharing some time with somebody, to talk to them, to listen to them, to give them advice, or whatever you have to offer. But these energies are amazing. They are happy and helpful and abundant. So focus on that kind of energy, and that's the kind of change you have coming for you, and it is coming hot. So we do have the Page of Pentacles in reverse though. So this energy is a reminder that in order to start this journey of healing, in order to start your trek to abundance, like I said, you're going to have to take the first leap. You're going to have to be the person who stands up and fights for the cause, I should say. You're going to be someone that you realize you have a spiritual destiny. You realize you have a spiritual part of you that should be tended to. And the only way you can tend to that is by giving your gifts, by sharing your gifts, by loving people and spreading light and spreading awareness too. And that's, what you have to choose to do. It's not going to be something that just is easy for you to decide, like, okay, today, instead of saying what I need to these people and just giving them a piece of my mind, today I'm just going to smile at them. I'm going to give them a high five and say, you know what, thanks, not today though. Like, I don't need this energy right now, or set a boundary or whatever it is. But this is saying, that in order for you to start this new journey of just abundance and happiness and growth, you have to let yourself share. You have to let yourself be the person you want to see ultimately at the end of the tunnel. To be the better version of yourself, you have to align with that version of yourself. So just keep that in mind with everything. But I mean, overall, for your change, you guys have a ton of abundance coming your way. But I do have these cards set aside for the intention of explaining emotionally how these will manifest and how they will make you feel too. So let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Oh my God, this is exactly what I was saying. So like I said, you know, right now you're fighting a group of people that just don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand the peace stance that you're trying to take. You haven't done it the most like easygoing way yet. You haven't really understood how to like word it to people too. That could be another thing. You just don't know how to place your boundaries correctly and are kind of just making people confused. I do see after all this work you do, you are going to have a group of followers that are so incredibly impressed with you. Maybe the same people, honestly, probably a lot of the same people that were the ones that were like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you acting like this? Maybe some of the people that didn't understand at all why you were going through what you were going through and why you were acting the way you were acting, because this is a time for you to open up your heart. Not everybody is like that. So with you just deciding that, you know what, I am a giving person, I am an abundant person, I have love to share with the world, you are going to be seen as somebody that is willing to do that, that is willing to bring harmony to the table. And you cannot ask for a better life, a better reputation. So just hang on, man. Hang on for dear life to that feeling of good and feeling of abundance, sharing awareness, whatever it is. But, you know, the moon coming up next, the moon is saying that this type of energy is going to be so sneaky, because I feel like in a way you're going to just slowly yourself become a better person, become this abundant, carefree, happy person. I don't think that it's going to be something that happens necessarily overnight, but you're going to start noticing every day just the little changes that you're making, and it's going to feel good. You're going to start probably falling asleep at night feeling a lot better about how you've lived your day, thus making your mornings a lot better because you fell asleep feeling good. So overall, your life is, like I said, it's just going to change so much in the terms of abundance, in the terms of like abundance you feel for love too. Like you're going to be able to share your love with so many people. So we do have the Mother of Swords in reverse to close this out. So instead of feeling like you have to be in control and like you have to change everybody's mind and you have to be like the ringleader, I feel like people are just going to follow you. They're going to know your personality. They're going to know the type of person that you are and the type of mindset that you have, and they're just going to want to listen. They don't really need to be convinced anymore because your energy will radiate the kind of energy that people want to follow. So that's what this card is reminding you guys of. Just really allow yourself to give and share your gifts with others. Allow yourself to have these ideas that may be different from other people, and fight for them though. Definitely fight for them with love. That's the thing, is in all of this, you know, as people poke you and just make you annoyed, poke the bear, you know, you are going to have to choose the higher route. So just choose it. Just take compassion. There is enough compassion, love, and light to go around. And the more you see that, the more you'll be able to see abundance in different forms, like more tangible forms. So share your love, group 3. But this is all I have for you guys. So if you like this reading, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in later videos. Bye for now.